Hi everyone, welcome to Cook and Eat with Nick and Ree.
I'm Nikisha.
And I'm Rhea.
In today's video, we're going to be making stuffed chicken with mashed potatoes. Let's start off by washing our meat. I'm using a lemon, I'm using cold water, and I'm using vinegar. Please guys, wash your meat. It's not clean. We need to get all of that stuff off. Get the fat off. Get any red veins that's on the other side. Please, wash your meat. Make sure it's clean. Look at that red vein. All of that has to go. After you wash, you pat it dry, and let's get ready to season our meat. I'm using all of these seasonings, and I'm using a teaspoon. Some of them have 1 teaspoon, some have 2 teaspoons. That'll be in the description box. After I put all my seasoning in my bowl, I'm going to put a little bit of virgin olive oil just to mix it around and make sure that it becomes that nice dry rub that I want. Now we're ready to season our chicken. I am putting some oil on my chicken so that my rub will mix and stick to the chicken. I like to put the oil on both sides. Now don't be afraid to season your meat. Remember, we didn't put salt, so it's not going to be salty. So rub that meat real good, put it on both sides. After we get this on both sides, I'll be cutting the chicken open and putting some on the inside as well. I'm going to cut it from the top and cut down. Now a lot of people cut it all the way down, but I like to leave space because I do not want my stuffing to come out. So I cut it as deep as I can without going through. And I make sure the knife goes all the way down and make a nice pocket so that I have space for my stuffing. Look at that. That's a really deep pocket. My whole finger can go in there. Now I'm going to season the inside. Make sure that it's just seasoned well after you cut all of the meat. And we're going to save some of this seasoning for later to put with our stuffing. Now this was yesterday's stuffing, and I'm going to be using tomatoes, and I'm also going to be using spinach. In a frying pan, I'm going to heat up my oil and start cooking down my tomatoes. This is going to make a lot of sauce, but we're going to do something with that later as well. So now here I'm adding in my seasoning, and I'm going to add in my spinach. Now don't worry, this spinach cooks down to almost nothing. Look at this. My sauce on one side, my stuffing on the other side. Now I'm adding my stuffing in with yesterday's stuffing and some Parmesan. I like to add a little bit more of mixed cheese because it gives it that string pull that I love. Mix it all together and it's time to stuff the chicken. Now I'm very heavy-handed, so you know I'm going to put a lot of stuffing in there. And don't be afraid to push it in. You better take your fingers, take the back of the spoon, however you could get it to go through, but get it all the way in. Once it's stuffed to your liking, go ahead and close it off. Try to keep some of that in during the cooking process with a toothpick. Do this with all of your chicken. Look at that. That's the way we like it in my house. Put all that in a pan that you're going to bake later. But for right now, we're going to fry it because we want some color. I'm preheating my oven to 375 so that when I'm ready to put it in, it'll be ready for me. Now in that same pan, I'm going to put some more olive oil. And I'm going to fry my chicken. I'm looking for a nice color, so I'm going to get some butter. This butter is going to help give some flavor and help with the color that I'm looking for. Now let's flip it. Look at that color. That's exactly what I was looking for. Once you have the color you like, you put it in the pan, and we're going to add that sauce that we reserved earlier and get all of that grit from the bottom of that pan to base our chicken. Let's put that on the chicken. Look at that. This is going to be juicy. Chicken breast is not meant to be dry. Nobody wants a dry chicken breast. Now we're going to take this and put it in the oven. I want to give it about 15 minutes and we'll come back and check on it. Well, it's been 15 minutes. Let's see what's going on. Ooh, guys. Woo! Look at this. That's what I'm talking about. Now, this part is optional. I just do this. I put a little of this sweet chili Thai and a little sprinkle of scallions on the top. And I put it back in the oven. I cover it. And I put it back for about 5 more minutes. And I'm just putting it in so that that last minute add-on can stick to it. Let's start with our potatoes now. First, we need to peel them. Peel your potatoes and then you cut them in half. Then I cut them across again. Put them in cold water, put it on high, and let this cook. I'm going to put some salt for taste. This butter, I'm going to start to melt it down. Now our potatoes are drained and I am just trying to dry it out a little bit here, get any of the excess water before I start mashing it. I'm mashing it to make it to the consistency that we like, nice and fluffy. And the fire is on extremely low, and then I'm turning it off because it doesn't need to be on it right now. So here's the butter. I'm adding some milk. Adding some salt to taste. That's why I'm not going to tell you how much. And I'm adding pepper. Here I'm putting a little bit of Italian seasoning, but that's really optional. I was just putting that in because I didn't have parsley. But go ahead and put it all together and mash it down, and there's our potatoes. I'm just going to sprinkle some scallion on it, and that's good to go. Now I put both of them together, and look at that. That's a meal. Let's see what our taste tester has to say.
That look good, don't it?
Thank you for watching Cook and Eat with Nick and Ree.
Please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell notification for more videos, and we'll see you on the next one.